Cube Entertainment has issued an official statement announcing that idols Minnie and Shuhua will be taking a temporary break from promotions for health issues. On December 15th, Cube said that Minnie had decided to visit the hospital after being in a poor health condition and that she was advised to get some rest. That's why she wasn't able to participate at the KBS 2023 Music Bank Festival with her fellow members. Things only got worse for the members though. In a follow-up announcement, Cube said that Shuhua was sent to the emergency room as she was experiencing symptoms of a fever and a cold. She received a diagnosis for influenza type A, which made her halt all activities. They apologized for taking extra time to evaluate the situation and providing the notice. While this should be the norm, we're glad that the company didn't make the girls get out there and perform, especially knowing their condition. We wish Minnie and Shuhua a speedy recovery. NCT's Taeyong might be enlisting very soon. Fans have started connecting the dots based on one of his posts. Because idols born in 1994 are expected to start their military service this year, Taeyong will probably begin his military service in the coming months as a 95-liner. On December 16th, he posted some pictures that seem to be taken from the set of NCT 127's new special winter single titled Be There For Me with the caption, "I hope this Christmas isn't our last. Have a happier Christmas next year and see you again on Christmas 2025. Taeyong probably has to join the military before Christmas 2024, but he did mention that he would see fans again by Christmas 2025. So since military service can last between 18 to 21 months, he might enlist around June or July 2024 so he can return just in time for Christmas of 2025. If he were to do public service, then that would mean that he'll enlist between March and April 2024. Again, we don't have any confirmation about his exact enlistment date, but based on his statement, it seems like it's gonna happen soon. Treasure's Hyunsuk has gotten a lot of attention for his recent change in appearance, and not all of it was complimentary. Hyunsuk has experimented a lot with his hair and his fashion style over the years. Sometimes he has done it to fit the tone of the group comebacks. Other times, he's done it for himself, but recently his brutal transformation left many disappointed. Towards the end of last year, he had cotton candy-colored hair. Then at the TMEA Awards, he sported black shaggy hair with purple highlights, and later he switched to blonde hair while growing it out. One of the most shocking transformations was when he got a piercing under his lip at the end of October, or when he appeared with braids and an eyebrow dyed in orange at the 2023 Mama Awards, but those can't even compare to his most recent change. During the first night of Treasure's reboot in Seoul Concert Series on December 15th, a fan site had taken several pictures of Hyunsuk while he was performing. He was sporting slicked back blonde hair, shaved on the sides, and one eyebrow that was dyed in orange. His face also looked a lot more defined, as it seemed to appear slimmer than usual. Whether that's because of the angle that the picture was taken in or another reason, we don't know. Due to his styling and how different he looked, the original tweet managed to hit about 1 million views before it was deleted. The comments on his appearance were far from positive, which made other people come to his defense. A Twitter user wrote, "Honestly, I don't like Hyunsuk's hairstyle right now, but that doesn't make it okay to create a long hate thread about him. It's his choice, he's happy, that's all I care about." Another mentioned that it should be everyone's priority to be concerned about his drastic weight loss rather than his hair or the way he looks. Since he's not offending anyone with his hairstyle, it's just mean to comment on it and spread so much negativity for no reason. We can only hope that Hyunsuk isn't seeing these comments because he's only human after all. aespa's Karina recent performance outfits have caused fans to point their fingers at the group's stylists. Their cause for complaint has come after Karina ended up wearing pieces that either tore, broke off, or became unsafe for her to wear. Fans pointed out that some of the tops that Karina wore had tiny, unstable straps that looked like they could break at any time. Well, actually, there was one time the straps had completely broken off, causing Karina to deal with an unfortunate and rather uncomfortable situation. There was also one time when the left sole of her boot came off. Being the professional she is, she continued the performance without a hitch, to the point that nobody had even noticed it had happened, but a thing like this could have seriously injured her or the members around her. Even Karina looked pretty pissed off at some point after it happened. If you're wondering if this was just an accident or if stylists don't care enough about ensuring performers' comfort and safety, there was a time when Karina wore an outfit that still had sewing needles stuck in the fabric. She was very sweet and tried to play it off once she noticed, but can you just imagine what would have happened if something had gone wrong? In another instance where the stylist showed to be indifferent, Karina was once given shoes that had different size heels. Seeing as aespa tend to have some pretty intense dance performances, why would someone put her in shoes that could injure her seriously? Taking all this into consideration, it's no wonder why aespa fans are so angry at the stylists and calling them out to be more careful and keep the girls' safety in mind. An online forum user wrote that all these malfunctions seem more intentional rather than mistakes, calling the company to pay more attention to this issue. Other commenters just pointed out how dangerous these so-called mistakes were, especially the one with the needle and the differently sized heels. styles. A third commenter even said that one mistake would have been unsafe in itself, but the fact that the stylists have made several errors when it comes to her outfit is unforgivable. With how viral the issue went, we hope that SM Entertainment brings their attention to these issues before someone seriously gets harmed. Red Velvet's stylist also got a lot of flack for a dress that Joy wore recently. Joy in particular has faced styling mishaps, especially because they seem to forget she's tall and end up putting her in short dresses, which create quite unpleasant situations for her. But since this has happened a couple of times, you'd think that the stylists would have learned their lesson, but that doesn't look to be the case. Red Velvet and Chinese Key performed at the Lazada Festival concert in Indonesia on December 13th. The Red Velvet members had coordinated ballerina-style outfits, with Joy wearing a lovely pink dress. Despite its beauty, the dress was extremely short, causing Joy discomfort throughout the event. She made a lot of effort to pull the dress down whenever she could during the choreo, but it would still ride up despite everything. Sure, she had safety shorts underneath, but we can't imagine that it made her feel so much better. She looked uneasy throughout the whole thing, and even when she posted pictures on her Instagram after the concert, she made sure to crop the bottom part of her outfit. One Twitter user wondered why these kinds of outfits were so normalized in the first place, writing, "I'll never understand why stylists give girl groups dresses that stop in that area and then throw on safety shorts so people assume that they're not uncomfortable." It's no wonder why fans are so mad, especially since this isn't the first time that this has happened to Joy. She should be wearing outfits that are comfortable to wear, because if she needs to be conscious about the clothes, it stops her from putting her all into performing. RIIZE's Anton went through a hard time after he was mobbed by fans at the airport. RIIZE had a recent schedule in Japan, which led fans to believe that they might be making a comeback very soon. But the joy of possible comeback news was short-lived, with the group going back to Korea on December 14th and being faced with a mob of fans at the airport. This is not the first time that RIIZE has been faced with a situation like this, so fans had hoped that SM had learned their lesson and increased their security to protect the members better. Unfortunately, that didn't end up happening. As the group left the enclosed area at the airport, fans surrounded them and behaved very aggressively. Based on the photos and the video we've seen, Anton seemed very overwhelmed by the situation and even appeared to be close to bursting into tears. He was visibly shaken and in distress. Some other pictures showed Anton surrounded by fans while security worked to manage the crowd, which looks stressful in itself. When they went outside, Anton completely covered his eyes with a bucket hat, staying close to a manager for support. Seungchan also looked tired in the photos, showing how stressful the whole situation must have been for the members. Sure, they're used to dealing with things like this, but we're certain that it's not an easy thing to be faced with. A fan called the mobbing fans out, tweeting, "You just have to be another level of disgusting to continue to mob RIIZE like this when they're so visibly uncomfortable." Another called the fans out for being so busy getting the members to notice them that they don't know the damage they're causing, writing, "Anton looked like he was about to have a panic attack, but you needed him to notice you." The airport situation has been getting out of control recently, as Red Velvet have experienced a very similar situation. But for a rookie idol like Anton and his group mates, this must have been horribly stressful. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.